Welcome to the Broken News PBS K36BW with your co-anchors, Justin Harris, and Cody Best. And weather with Conrad Jenkins. This is your Broken News.
It's beginning to look a lot like spring.
Yes, it is. I like the look
rain.
of spring.
Spring is good. Spring fresh look. Yes.
It's weird that it's April Fool's Day already, isn't it?
Well, and it's Nate Chamlin's birthday on April Fool's Day. How about that? Goodbye, no one, and turn off your TV for the 55th episode of The Broken News. I'm not Cody Best.
And I'm not Justin Harris. And it's a dreary day in Mineral County, gentlemen and ladies.
No, it's not.
Happy April Fool's Day, everyone. Now to some news.
Well, there was a press release from the city of Thompson Falls in the Sanders County Ledger last week that wanted to grab the attention of all Thompson Falls residents who are planning on placing any mobile homes, buildings, residences, or other improvements within the city limits, and let them know that they must obtain a placement permit from the city office before doing so. Setback distance and any other pertinent information will be provided with the permit.
What's setback distance?
Well, that's what this whole permit thing is all about.
Okay.
You see, all improvements must be set back 15 feet from streets and 10 feet from adjoining property lines and alleys for corner lots, and 10 feet from streets and 10 feet from adjoining property lines and alleys for non-corner lots.
Okay. So, what mark do they use to measure off of? Is it the side of the street or alley or what?
Well, actually, for purposes of measurement, setbacks from streets and alleys will be from property lines.
Whoa. I just thought of something. Does this whole thing mean that I am going to have to rip up my fence and move it back 10 feet?
No, don't worry. This requirement does not apply to fences, provided the fence does not block the view of traffic at an intersection.
Well, obviously you know your stuff. All this bureaucratic mumbo-jumbo doesn't really make any sense to me. So what really is the purpose of all this?
Well, according to the city, the purpose of this ordinance is to regulate the location of mobile homes, buildings, residences, and other improvements a sufficient distance from the exterior boundaries of parcels of land to provide sight distance at intersections, fire protection for adjoining land, to better ensure no encroachments upon adjoining city property, and to protect the safety of residents of Thompson Falls.
You know, you kind of lost me there in the middle, but yeah, I like that last part, protect the safety of the residents of Thompson Falls. I can get behind that. And speaking of events that I can get behind, it's almost time for beautification days again. And this year looks to be another successful round of keeping Thompson Falls beautiful.
It's very nice to walk the streets and drive around town looking at all the improvements after beautification days.
Yes. Yes, it is. The Beautification Days Committee would like to encourage you to not be shy this year and get out and do what you can April 15th through the 17th. Whether it's getting out and volunteering or just doing some cleanup on your own property, a little effort goes a long way.
And as usual, the city will be assisting in hauling debris, and residents can look forward to improvements at the Rose Garden Park and Maiden Lane's waterfront area.
That sounds great. If you would like to assist in this year's Beautification Days, contact Lori Caharl at 827-6942 or go to beautificationdays.com to support a project slated for completion.
And speaking of beautification, a long-awaited and well-fought-for fixture of our town has been deemed a success. I'm talking, of course, about the High Bridge project.
Yeah, I went for a walk on the island last week, and compared to what it looked like just last winter, it's really looking great. What an awesome attraction for our community. Now we really need some signs that catch people's eye driving through town, you know?
Or it could be a well-kept secret.
No, let's share it with the world. I mean, it's almost tourist season. Thompson Pass is already open.
Is that another April Fool's joke?
No,
That's crazy. I mean, I know it's been a mild winter, but Thompson Pass open already? You know, I heard it was snowing pretty hard up there last weekend. So all you viewers thinking of making the trek over the pass, be advised to take caution.
And precautions.
Good call. And you're right about the tourists coming, and you know what? The High Bridge is the type of thing that people really like to take the time to stop and see. It's really an impressive structure, wholly redone with sturdy guardrails, surfacing,
And no lights, since it's closed after dark anyway. Wink.
It's also closed to motorized traffic, but it will allow bicycles and pedestrians to access the Cherry Creek side of the river for some excellent Montana scenery.
Hey, doesn't your mother-in-law live out there?
That she does. And now it's over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we can go.
Nice. Anyway, be sure and get out there to walk on our new bridge.
And many thanks to the groups, individuals, and builders who made this possible.
Attention future kindergartners. The call is going out to all little ones in the valley who are currently 5 or will be 5 on or before September 10th, 2010 to report to their respective area schools and register for next year's school year.
Well, it already went on here in Thompson Falls as far as I know.
Yes, I believe they did.
My son went to it.
But I do know that both Plains and Knoxon public schools will be holding their kindergarten roundups Friday, April 9th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. In both areas, appointments are preferred, but walk-ins are welcome. Parents of students who will be entering kindergarten should bring proof of immunizations, their child's birth certificate, and the child's social security card.
Well, you know, I hear that the Plains Public Schools will be using enrollment numbers to help determine the number of kindergarten classes being offered next year. And that's a pretty big deal. So please make sure that you register your child for kindergarten if he or she will be attending kindergarten this year.
Early childhood screening is also going on at the Wild Horse Elementary School. Developmental screening will be available for children birth to 6 years old and includes hearing, speech, and readiness skills. The county health nurse will also be available to administer immunizations if needed. Little Star Preschool and the Home Start Head Start program will also be in attendance to enroll students for their fall programs. For information on or to make an appointment for the Plains Roundup, call 826-3642. To pre-register or for any questions to the Knoxon Kindergarten Roundup, you can call the Knoxon School at 847-2442. Ask for Kathy Fitchett or call her at home at 847-5593.
Moving on. Next month's Sanders County Bookmobile schedule is out, and this Library on Wheels looks to be stopping first on Tuesday, April 6th at the Dixon Post Office from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Then it moves on to the Dixon School from 11 to 1 p.m., and then on to the Camas Prairie Old Schoolhouse from 2 to 3 p.m.
Then on Wednesday, April 7th, they will start things off at the Lone Pine Community Center from 9 to 11:30 a.m. Then they'll head up to Hot Springs near the library from 12:30 to 3:30 p.m.
Okay. The second week of Bookmobile action will see them start things off Tuesday, April 13th at the Trout Creek School from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Then they'll mosey on over to the Trout Creek local store and hang out there from 1:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m.
On Wednesday, April 14th, they'll visit the Knoxon store from 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Then it's on to the Knoxon School from 12:30 to 2 p.m. and then down to the Thompson Falls, where they will park on Main Street across from the Baptist Church from 3:15 to 4:30 p.m.
The last week of April, Bookmobile visits will start Tuesday, April 20th down at the Bull River store from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Then on to the Heron Library from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Then all the way down to the Thompson Falls Lions Manor from 2:15 to 3:30 p.m.
And on Wednesday, April 21st, the Bookmobile will be at New Horizon from 8:30 to 9:30 a.m. Then on to Paradise School from 10 to noon. From there, it's on to Camp Bighorn from 12:30 to 2 p.m. Then they'll finish up at Fred Young Park in Plains from 2:30 to 4 p.m.
If you see the Bookmobile in your area after dark, you might want to call the police, because it's probably been stolen.
Well, knowledge is power.
That it is.